Thank you for choosing KTN Prime tonight. I'm Nancy Kachungira. William Silla is our sign language interpreter. President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto touched ground at the troubled Mumias Sugar Company, delivering the promised 1 billion shillings as part of attempts to bail out the farmers. Dorcas Wangira starts off our bulletin with exploring what the 1 billion bailout means for those at the first line of cane production, the farmers.
1 billion shillings for Mumias Sugar Company. There are leaders from Kakamega who argue that this bailout is just a drop in the ocean, something paltry and no favor. Some say this is a political gimmick for a region that largely voted for the opposition in 2013, a bailout orchestrated by the Western MPs caucus. But in all the noise and never-ending debate, one key player's voice has been drowned: the ordinary farmers. If Mumias were to completely collapse, it's those who provide its raw material and earn their living from it from the wider Western belt who would suffer the most.
And I want to be very clear. Na tumesema hadhara ya kwamba pesa ambaye tunatoa, tunataka muhakikishe hiyo mambo ya deni, hakuna mambo ya deni. Mulipe mkulima pesa yake yote, na kama kuna deni ambaye mko naye kwa vitabu yenu, njooni tukae tujue vile tuta write off, na ndio tuhakikishe ya kwamba mkulima apate haki yake in total.
Leo sisi tunataka wabunge mlioko hapa mubadilishe sheria. Mkulima wa miwa alipe kabla miwa yake kutoka kwa shamba yake.
That is a promise, and it's time for the farmers to get their dues accrued to 500 million shillings, first in the line before creditors and suppliers and many broken down machines that have to wait. Those we speak to say they have faith in the president. Kasim Shitachi has been growing cane since 1974. He says the company owes him 43,000 shillings.
Hii pesa ninaamini kwamba hivi karibuni tutaanza kulipwa, kwa sababu tumekuwa tukija hapa wakati mwingine tunaitiwa serikali na tupiga, tunafanya maandamano, tunazuiliwa, tumekuwa tukihangaishwa kwa muda sana. Hii si siasa, hii ni kazi. Hii ni kazi, hata kama kungekuwa na rais mwingine. Hii kazi ndio tunayohitaji.
Pesa sio naona kutoka mwaka ulikwisha, hiyo pesa tuchapewa ya miwa. Hata miwa mimi niliwacha kulima mingi, ati ni TRE. Nikasema kama ni TRE wacha nilime kidogo. Sasa hizi hata niko nayo inakaukia kwa shamba.
Once paid, for many, a new cycle of cane growing will continue. But what will happen if Mumias isn't completely operational? As is, no sugar is being produced and only 700 cases of bottled water come off the line per day. The company needs more money for those at the other end of the line.
1 billion shillings, that's the amount of money that has been cashed in for Mumias. But there's still a very big deficit of more than 9 billion shillings. Farmers say until that money is in their pockets, they'll still not be satisfied.
As the dust of the day settles, farmers walk down a path they have long been familiar with. They will be back to collect their dues, hoping that this won't be a shattered promise. In this narrative, they have often been forgotten. But for this bailout, everything isn't all about them, but most of it is. Dorcas Wangira, KTN, Kakamega.